You are now tuned into Mixstation Radio Live. The views and the opinions of the guests and the hosts you hear on Mixstation Radio Live are not necessarily those of the staff and the management of Mixstation Radio Live, its sponsors, or advertisers.
Why is you laughing?
Hey everybody.
How y'all doing?
Welcome to Rum TV, guys. It's your girl Cortez, okay? The one and only. You know I got my people with me, y'all. They gonna introduce themselves. Freestyle Friday, what it is.
How y'all doing? It's Chris.
Okay, Chris. What's up, Chris?
She doing too much.
It's Darnell, yo.
What's up, Darnell? How
Hey,
you
Monty.
feel? Hey, Monty.
Oh, so now you're gonna be everybody hype man. Okay.
That's what I do, okay? Who else gonna do it?
It's Antoine. I'm back, y'all.
What's up, Antoine?
Antoine is back.
All right, y'all. So it is Freestyle Friday, okay?
What's that mean? What's that mean?
Can you give me a chance to
I'm sorry.
explain?
Go ahead.
Is that okay with you, Chris?
So sorry.
Chris, is that okay with you? All right.
Thinking. Hold on. Thinking.
Okay, Freestyle Friday, y'all. So we're going to be on here talking about different topics, you know, putting in our input on how we feel about certain situations. To each his own, you know. I know a lot of these topics are super controversial, but we can make it through the night, you know. We having a pre-turn up, y'all, because my birthday is next Friday. Yay!
How old you turning?
25.
You know, I was just
We
going
don't
to say
say
that.
real age, it's just 25.
What
It's
she
gonna hurt.
said, what she
It's
said.
gonna hurt.
I told you it's hurting now, okay? Ow, yay! Okay, y'all, Leos, you know, ow.
Bull gang.
Ooh, no, he
Wait, what?
didn't. No,
Bull
he
gang.
didn't.
Oh,
Taurus season.
No, we're not talking about Taurus. We talking about the Leos. We talking about the Leos. All right? All right, y'all. So we just going to get it started today. Let's get it popping. How do you guys feel about corporal punishment?
Corporal punishment.
Meaning,
Yes.
Unpack that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in what?
Define
Children, are you okay with disciplining your children physically?
Oh, yes. Tell that ass
Absolutely.
up. What are you talking about?
Hold up.
Now, let's talk about this because
We have to talk about this, Chris.
There are some people.
Hey,
who-
honey. Don't forget to look in that camera and say, hey.
There are some people who are not okay with it, and I just would like to know what's wrong with us disciplining our children for the right reasons. I was raised. I didn't get too many beatings because I don't know. I got away with murder. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but
That ain't good.
I got a couple. Look, I turned out okay. I feel like I turned out okay.
You sure?
You know
all-
I turned out okay.
Oh.
But everybody think they turned out okay, though.
Ooh.
There's not one person that thinks that they came out bad.
I mean, I'm just saying, for the lack of beatings that I did not get, I turned out okay.
Okay.
But-
So it's safe to say that you believe in disciplining your children.
No, I absolutely do.
You want to get that belt.
My mother ain't operate like that. The closest,
belt?
The closest thing.
if you got the belt.
We
I
done
got hit
got.
with a box of cereal.
Wait a minute, hold up. Yo, we need to I love this new saying that I came into. I didn't come into I've been new about it, but I love saying let's address this elephant in the room. Don't ask me why, maybe I can unpack that later. But but
Coin my phrases.
you know, all of us and you know I love you, brother. All of us on this side of the table, we all like, yeah, whip that, you know. Darnell has not agreed with what we had to say, so we gotta give him
I've
the floor.
already-
This is
I've
the
already-
elephant. in the
I've
room.
already expressed what I believe.
I ain't heard it. Come
Well,
what is it?
on social media, I have.
Oh, okay.
So, with
Oh.
that being said, I don't believe in physical discipline simply because based off the fact that this was brought upon by slavery. So, with that being said, you take the belt. It's basically symbolic to the whip that the slave masters would put onto the slaves. If you ever look at it and you think through it thoroughly. And before, you know, I'm going to just say European context, there was different ways that we as a people disciplined our children, and it wasn't through beatings.
So let me ask you this: what is your form of discipline if it's not a physical one? What
Good
do
question.
I mean, me physically touching or harming the child, if a way of physical discipline, I would say, is exercise, calisthenics. That's a good way of building militants, because that's like, think of it like this: you're an athlete, and you're like messing around or something. The first thing the coach is going to do is make you do calisthenics to instill some type of discipline into you.
I get that, but let me ask you this. So let's say your son is 12, 13 years old. He's starting to have his own mind. He's got his own agenda now. And let's say that he does something a little bit outrageous, like say something disrespectful to another adult, teacher. Doesn't really matter. What calisthenic? Is that what he said? Did I get that right? Did I say that
Calisthenics, yes.
right? Okay. What calisthenic conditioning would you put on him in order to teach him that it's wrong to disrespect an adult?
You could do squats. You can make him run.
If I could cut in, I think it depends on the child. You have to know your child in order to discipline your child.
That's good too. Yeah.
Because if my child, I know my brother, he grew up, he needed his ass whipped.
So,
Period.
but so I'm not gonna contest that because I agree with it, whooping ass. But I just feel like I feel like it's more about how you as a person was raised, because 9 times out of 10 if you were raised and you were physically disciplined coming up, then you're more inclined to use that same form of discipline when you raise your child.
Not all the time, though.
but if you want to
Or
break,
in the opposite direction, you feel like you shouldn't do it because you
know
didn't
how
like
it felt. You didn't like
Exactly.
it. You're completely
So,
against it. Yeah.
I don't know how you was raised on that, but we got our ass whooped. So,
So
trust me,
I
when
got
had,
I got beatings and stuff too. I got hit.
and so there you go. And
So
he
at
would
what
be-
point did you? Oh, excuse me, Chris. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, please say sorry. No, so I feel like he would be on the opposite side of the spectrum.
I want to know
say-
at what point did you feel like? Okay, did you always feel like you never wanted to discipline your children that way, or
I
Growing
wouldn't
up-
say always. I want to say I always felt this way.
so
or
before
not.
you did feel like it was
Uh-huh.
okay?
Then I looked into it. Like, the black community has a big issue with mental health, and I feel like the traumas that we experience from like beatings and other stuff is never really expressed either. And then, you know, you could develop certain types of mental traumas by getting beat or having someone enforce like lethal aggression on you.
I see what you're saying.
well, see that's where timing matters. You don't beat your child when you're angry.
That's true too.
You beat them when you are you're resolved. You're not angry. You're like, okay,
when talking don't break.
I have to discipline you. Spare the rod, spoil the child. I'm not about to spoil you.
But I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's not always like that coming from a parent. Like sometimes
and
my
that's where-
my emotions are like, this could have happened to you, and I'm like, oh no, like
And I understand that, but that's where you never lead with your emotions. When you let your emotions lead you, you fall. Never lead with your emotions. Always go with your mind. So if you're trying to instruct, that is an intentional, methodic action.
So what if they're reaching to the fire and you like, whoop? Then what?
If they reach for the fire, you're like, hey, don't do that. But sometimes, like we know that children are very curious. Starting off from their birth, they're curious. Now, curiosity leads to a lot of mistakes. Sometimes it's necessary for you to make the mistake in order for you to learn from it. So that's where it comes in touching a hot fire. Fire, it's cool. Oh my goodness, what is it? It's hot. I ain't finna touch that no more.
Okay.
But telling the child, like, don't do that. Don't do that. I have a godson, and he got this, for some reason, he wants to grab this knife the wrong way. He wants to. It's just something about it. I can grab his hand over and over and over again. No, stop. It's going to hurt you. No, stop, it's going to hurt you. No, stop, it's going to hurt you. No matter how much I do it, he is going to reach for it again until I learn for myself what it's going to do to me. So that's
You learn as
why
a
I
parent
think
how to allow your children to live through certain things, and they will see the consequences. Some things you can't stop a
Discipline
child.
them.
It's some
teach them
things that you
right.
can, but it's a lot that you can
No,
instill in
no,
your
no,
children and make them
absolutely,
not
but-
want to be curious to go, oh, we heard that this is bad. Let me just go. Let me
Well,
go
I
try
mean-
it to see if it's really as bad as they say. Like,
Let's think about it on a larger scale, though. Let's say that when your child becomes an adult, and now they're involved in adult things,
mm-hmm.
Adam,
Like sex.
We're not gonna get into that.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying.
Well,
yeah,
no, we didn't say freak. We didn't say freak style. We said
Friday.
freestyle, not freak style.
What I'm gonna say is, when they become an adult, 18 is fine. You're gonna be involved in things that you as a parent
Not
can't
in my
really
house.
stop them from doing. So in that case,
You
what
can
can
if
you
you
do?
try.
You have to. There's only so much
If
you
you
can do when they become an adult.
Not in
I
my
don't want
house.
to speak from personal experience, but there were things that I was involved in between ages of 18 and 20 that my parents tried to stop me from doing, and I was like,
Having sex.
Get out this man's business.
yo.
I'm sorry. Go
Testify
ahead.
on his own. Go ahead, brother.
And I had to learn the hard way for myself because I wouldn't listen. And it's just the bottom line. It wasn't like they could beat me or make me run a mile or 2 miles. There was no discipline. I moved out. I was on my own. So
But that's different.
After a
That-
certain,
that's-
after a
what I'm
certain
saying
age.
is you're still a
Once you out the house,
child
it's
Yeah.
different.
of someone, and you still, as a parent, when your children get older, you're still going to want to save them and protect them from those things that you already know. This is going to mess up your life. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I said look at it on a bigger scale, not from your infant child that you could just beat and tell him no, or snatch his hand and say stop. When he gets older, when they
Well,
become
nobody
adults,
should be beating no infant. Let's just stop
There's
there.
a couple things when it comes to discipline. First, you have to understand that discipline is not for you; it's for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're using it as for yourself, then you have a problem with power complex, where you just like to inflict pain. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you have to differentiate from the difference between curiosity and flat out disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Some levels of curiosity you just have to let happen so they can learn on their own. But disrespect, you know better. I raised you better than this.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't about to talk to no adult any kind of way because you're a reflection of me.
Mm-hmm.
So now because my words didn't work, got to that ass up.
I had to ask this.
Got to that ass.
So that same like analogy and logic can be used when police beat on people.
But that's that's why I said the difference between
that's way
instructing
different.
and power.
See,
What we have with the police, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, let me let you go.
Okay.
I'm
What we have with the police is a power dynamic where they know that certain things are not going to be accepted in society with certain groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
They know that a majority of the country, people in power, are going to look the other way when they abuse their power with people of color for the simple fact of, well, we don't want them to turn against us. That's what we see with a bunch of white people who might not agree with what they're doing, but they won't speak out because, well, we do need them to protect us from the people that they're disciplining. Well, they're disciplining.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case. It's really just abuse of power because they have a power dynamic, inferiority complex as far as power is concerned. Maybe it came from them growing up in their household. Maybe their father abused them. Maybe their father was a cop and they just never got that, whatever it is they needed from their dad or their mother for that matter. But when we come to the police and people of color, that's power. That has nothing to do with instruction. First of all, the police job is not to instruct you. That's not their job, period. It's to protect and serve. We're not being protected, nor are we being served by the police. We're being, for lack of a better word, attacked. I can't think of nothing else. We're being attacked. So I gotta push back a little bit on the police idea. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry. I would just like to know from Darnell, when you stated what's the difference between a parent disciplining their child and that being similar to the police?
Because the police can see it as you're not listening. We have the authority over you. We can beat you if we want to. You can take that same logic as a parent to instill some type of discipline.
See, but then
because you're not listening to them.
That's an issue with the parent if they're thinking like what you're saying, the police think like. Because to me, like they've already stated, and I'm gonna just restate it. When you are disciplining your child, you're doing it for them. You're not doing it for you. And for instance, like
Not
when you
supposed
see in
to
the
do it for you.
You're not supposed.
Yeah, yes,
well,
supposed.
absolutely, and that's what I meant when I said it.
We know.
For the police brutality, I don't even really know how that is any way similar to what we talking about. Because as a parent, you want what's best for your child.
Hey,
The police,
Chris, look right over there in that camera.
the
Say
police
hi.
couldn't care less about you, who you are. I mean, you as a parent, you're supposed to care about your child.
You're
You're
right.
supposed to.
Okay.
Supposed.
You
See, that's that
should.
key
You
word.
should.
That's
So-
those key. Yeah.
I mean, if you beating your child, I would hope you doing it because you care about your child, because you know the wrong they're doing, and you want to see them do better, or you know they're capable of better. Police ain't beating you because they want you to do better, or because you capable of doing better. They don't know you from Adam and Eve.
I'm going to show you how it's a similarity.
Teach.
All this comes from emotional responses. Like, a lot of people are still emotionally immature. So it's nothing like what could a 4 to 8 year old do to make you beat them? The same way without something totally extreme.
What's totally extreme? Because we
Like
need to
something
know.
like, I don't know, breaking something or like burning
Breaking something
almost
by
burning the house
accident
down.
or because they're
Again, I
angry.
think that would go
Let me-
back
let
to
me-
knowing the child, though. Like some children,
Yeah,
they
that's
can
a
listen
really
to you,
Yeah.
understand,
dynamic.
and understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like this is the reason why you need not to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them need a beating. It literally really depends on the child. Some
We got
child,
Parent is the best teacher.
that's
It's
for
the
some
best
children.
teacher.
That's for some children. Some children you don't need to beat them.
Emotional, physical.
I mean,
Pain
the
will
Bible
teach
do
you.
say, "Spare that rod." You
Spoon.
spoil
If
that.
they
You
need-
spoil
if
that
they need
child. You know. So
Now, I will say I've been disciplined by my father a different way I was disciplined by my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Mom
My-
just can't hit that hard.
My
She's gonna hit
father
us hard.
didn't typically hit us. He did, but typically he would just want us to. Well, no, that's not discipline. He was drunk. Never mind.
Yikes.
Yeah, because he was real competitive. He was in the army, this, that, and third.
Oh, wow.
All his sons, let's work out,
Oh.
do push-ups, run around,
Mm-hmm.
do this, that, and third. But that wasn't him discipline. That was his idea of fun.
Oh, okay.
Never
I see
mind.
what you're saying.
We'll move on.
I got a question. Do you guys believe that love is selfish? Chris, let's start with you.
I absolutely believe that love is selfish.
Chris, you believe that love is selfish.
You want me to explain why?
I'm gonna give you a minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Just a minute, honey.
So I'm gonna say this. I think love is both selfish and selfless. But let's start with selfish.
It's
So that's
supposed
the
to be
question.
selfish.
No, it's not.
Oh.
So the reason
Not
why I
supposed to
say
be
that is
selfish?
because in order for you, we are talking about an intimate love. We're not talking about like you love your son or your children.
Different types of love.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say
so
different
let's
types of
just
love.
start with that.
Okay, we can start there.
So no, that's what the question was. So, with that being said, you cannot love somebody selflessly if you love them for you. When you love for you, you're not about to share your man. Am I? Or maybe you will. I don't know. Would you share your man, Cooties?
Are you directing it to me?
I'm asking you directly. Would you share your man?
Let's not insult me on my show.
I'm not. It's,
We already
so
know the
so the assumption is that she would not
it
share
just
her
sounds
man.
like that's a
So
rhetorical question.
therefore, love is selfish because you love that man for you, not for anybody else.
So
not for
it
everybody
can't be
else.
that you're selfish out of respect. It's a respect thing. I don't respect sharing my man. I don't respect sharing somebody else's man. Like I don't respect people accepting that. So,
You can define it how you want.
but that doesn't mean that love is selfish.
Okay.
'Cause that's what
when
you-
when you want to spend
Jeez.
time with that man and it's just you and him. That's for you, right?
But that means selfish. It
Is
means
it-
okay. So why? Oh! Hey, we get. Hold. Let me take another sip.
Getting juicy. Wow, wait.
She didn't had
Hold up.
she didn't had too many sips.
I doubt that. Okay. So you mean to tell me that a woman who's in a relationship with a man who she loved, right? Because
And he loves her. That's not forget.
oh,
that part.
yeah, it's reciprocated.
It's reciprocated.
It's reciprocated.
Not
okay.
always.
Not always, but we
Not
talking about
always.
and we talking about the
In
love
this
that is
situation.
in this situation.
Okay.
It's the
Alright.
love is reciprocated.
Got you.
I don't feel like you should have to feel selfish
So can I
if
give
you
you an example?
if you're secure in your relationship.
Doesn't matter. Can I give you an example?
It matters.
Okay, let's say that you have two people, a man and a woman,
Hmm.
and there is not complete reciprocation. This woman loves this man, but she's not ready for the relationship that he's ready to encounter with her.
Hmm.
Okay?
Hmm.
Now, let's say that she wants to keep this man,
Hmm.
but not have that relationship with him until she's ready.
Hmm.
Is that a selfish act, yes or no?
Darnell, let's start with you.
Is love selfish or?
What he just
Well,
said.
What do you
what's the
said?
question
Uh-huh.
after sex?
Can you ask that again? My bad.
So the scenario was this: you have a man and a woman
In a relationship,
in a relationship, but not.
a semi-relation, an entanglement.
In
Oh,
a-
hold on.
Oh,
Hold
oh,
on.
I get
Here
you.
she go.
So
So they still in the talking stage.
They-
What you saying?
You-
We gonna talk.
We
They
can
in
call
a-
it what you want.
Yeah,
to
Jada
do.
saved his life. It's
Okay,
all
Okay,
I'm
okay.
saying
Is
on
this
the air.
is this a friendship? Wait a minute. Is this a friendship that and maybe
There's
the
an
feelings
intimate-
are a little
there's an intimate
deeper?
And she doesn't
interest.
wanna
But
be
you
in
guys,
the-
is it
but-
platonic? Is this friendship
No,
platonic?
it's not a
No.
platonic.
It's not platonic. Ooh, that's a huge factor.
So-
Okay, go
Oh
ahead.
my gosh. so now this woman wants to keep this man around because she does not want this man to go be with somebody else.
Uh-huh.
But
Selfish.
Yeah, that's definitely
Automatically
selfish.
selfish.
That's that.
That is
Thank
selfish.
Yeah, I think I've
But
been
that's
in
not
that.
love. So let's
Right.
not confuse the
That's
two.
the one-sided
We're
love.
talking about in a
so you're
relationship.
saying that you can't love somebody but not be ready to be with them?
You can have love for somebody, but somebody who you want to be with, you're gonna be with them, right?
No, I don't disagree with that.
Okay, so what's your question,
But that
babe?
doesn't mean it's not love.
Somebody can
Let me
have
ask you
love
this:
for
Can
you.
you love? Can you be in love with two people?
Woo! We got somebody
We got
calling
somebody
in,
calling in.
and that's a good question. We're gonna get back to that because ow. Okay, I like it. They calling
Somebody
in.
got something to
they
say.
got something to say, something to ask. They want
Somebody was
y'all.
an entanglement.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too. I feel like this is my mother. No, but she called me and I ignored the call.
Don't do that.
Hey, yo.
Don't do that to moms.
You better call her right now.
I'm working.
Yeah, hey, we understand that.
Mama come first.
That's right. With her Andy and everybody.
Oh my
you
God.
hear that,
she
King?
is
I love
black.
you,
I can
King.
hear her through the phone. She is black.
No, you heard.
Whoa,
No.
that was me.
Oh, it was? What, you
And
black?
I am black. Hi, you're on air with Cortez and the crew. What's up?
Freestyle Friday.
Hi, Cortez and the crew. How are you?
What's
We're
up?
good. How you
This
doing?
voice
Who
sounds
we speaking to?
familiar.
You know what? On the phone, you sound kind of low.
I
And I'm
apologize
watching
about
the
that.
Show. I want to say hello to everybody. Good evening.
Oh, I know.
How you
doing?
doing?
How you doing?
How you
Looks
doing?
wonderful. It looks beautiful on the panel.
Hey, Ma.
But why is
Hey!
your voice so low?
Why are we so low?
Who's
What about
wrong?
now?
You're so.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's really low.
Oh man.
We gotta turn it up.
I'm watching this
One,
program,
two.
but I wanted to comment on the discipline portion. But what I'm watching on the air is a little further along than what you're saying now.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all a part of the show.
we
Freestyle
get back-
Friday. You talk about whatever we talk about.
Okay, so what topic are you on now?
Well, Chris, would you like to explain this topic? We on the topic right now. Is love selfish? Chris believes that it is.
I would say it is. And let me
Love is
state.
selfish.
Let me state why I said love is selfish. So, The initial question, yes,
Sweetie Pie,
Cortez
can you
asked.
talk up just a little? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. The initial question was, is love selfish? And I said yes. I said if you love somebody, you love them for you. Now, we're talking about an intimate love, not a love you have for a child or a love you have for a brother or sister, not a platonic love. But again, I'll say if you love somebody, you love them for you. The things that you want from them, you want them for you.
And you're
So what say you, mom, or ma'am? Is it mom or ma'am? Who's
we
mom
can go
is
with
this?
mom.
I'm going with mom. Who
What
ma'am
say
is
you
this?
What say you? Is love selfish?
I think love can be selfish sometimes. I don't think it's that all the time, but I think sometimes it is.
We need an
And I think
example.
also it depends on how an individual carries it,
Handles
displays
it. Okay.
offers it or receives it. Sometimes it can be selfish, but in a lot of cases it's very genuine. And sometimes you have to just be able to decipher the difference. I know it's hard, but you have to be able to do that, and that's going to take discernmentship. If you don't have it, then you can't really tell which side it comes from, being genuine or just being selfish.
Yep.
Mommy agrees with Chris.
Don't be calling in here agreeing with Chris. We don't do that on Rum TV. We don't call in and agree with Chris.
Yay, Ma. You can call anytime.
No.
I sure will.
Thank you so much. I
Thanks for
appreciate
calling in, Ma. We appreciate you. We love you.
I love you guys more. Keep up the wonderful
you.
work.
Love you, Ma.
Love you.
Love you.
y'all.
That's
Bye-bye.
crazy. I thought it was my mom, but it was somebody.
It was somebody's mom,
It was
sir.
somebody's mom.
It's
but it
Rum
wasn't your
TV,
mom.
mommy. Mama Rum. All right, Mom.
See, baby.
So I'll just say this on love. There are multiple different loves, different kinds of love. If
That's
we want to
true.
talk about a romantic love, there are loves that are selfish. There are loves that are selfless.
Like, I love these strawberries, y'all. These strawberries are so good.
Yo, she been talking about these
I'm so
strawberries for
sorry.
like 3 weeks.
But go
now.
ahead.
I'm
With
so glad
that-
you got them.
With that, is a selfish love worth having?
Ooh, that's a question. I say yes.
Of course you do.
Yes. Why? Because understand what selfish love is. Selfish love is manipulative.
Ooh.
No, not necessarily.
Ooh.
Understand what
said,
I'm-
what you
understand.
hold up, let's
You
take
about to
this-
put words
let's
in my
take
mouth,
this
and you're not
scenario-
understanding.
He's
what
not
I'm
putting
saying.
words. He's not putting
No.
words in your mouth. He's trying to explain why
Take the
he
scenario
believe
where
what he
you
believes.
just talked about the woman who loves this man, just isn't ready for the relationship that he's ready for, but she doesn't want him to move on.
That was just an example, Antoine. That's not what I'm saying. So let me explain it
Okay.
to you like this. Let's say you have a love interest for a young lady, correct? You want to spend time with that young woman, right?
Right.
If she was to spend time with somebody else during the time that you wanted to spend time with her, would you feel some type of way about it?
Is it
If-
a time that we
Wait, if
ordained
she
or
what?
discussed?
Let's say that yes. Let's say y'all agreed on it, and she's now not available, and you wanted to spend time with her, and you find out she was spending time with somebody else. Would you not feel some type of way about it?
Well, yeah, but then that's a broken agreement. That was a verbal discussion that we done had. That you
My
broke.
point about it is the things you want from her, you want them for you. You want to share those things with her because you love her. Your love for her is selfish. You understand what I'm saying? It's for you. Everybody wants somebody for them.
Yes, no one wants to share.
Not
their
everybody,
spouse.
because some people
But
are
that's- I
okay
would
with
dis- I
having
would not
5,
describe
4
as
different type of.
That's what
girlfriend,
mommy
boyfriend.
was. She didn't say it, but that's what she's talking about. When you devote your love to someone, it's for you. You don't love them for any other reason but the fact that you need somebody to be with you.
But you
You're
wouldn't
not
have to
about
feel
to
like
be by
it's selfish
yourself.
if their needs are being fulfilled. You don't have selfish should not come into play because
You
she
can
said
still
if the
genuinely
person
reciprocate the
can
love.
handle it, if the person can handle it, if the person cannot, then I mean,
now.
like,
Here's a. Let me just throw this in here. I understand what you're saying, but I wouldn't call that selfish.
What would you call it?
that's what I'm
Being in a
saying. It's
relationship,
not.
I would
Because-
call it.
You're
Say
not
it
in a
again.
relationship.
Speak on the mic.
Y'all are missing what I'm saying. Define love.
And here's thank you for saying that. Because some people make decisions out of emotion and call it love.
Absolutely.
And that is something that you should never do.
Absolutely not.
Love is an agreement. Love is a calculated decision. Once you make a decision based on emotion, once that emotion runs out, the agreement runs out.
Preach.
The love runs out.
Preach.
So if you make selfishness is a feeling birthed out of a certain emotion. So if you made your love based upon the feeling and it was selfish, that's a selfish love. It's love, but it's a selfish love. Which brings me back to the point, it's a selfish love worth having.
Ooh, you is preaching tonight.
Oh yeah. Well, I have a different meaning for love,
Let's hear
different
it.
from everybody else's. I think love is just the highest form of understanding and acceptance.
I get that.
In which case, if it's understanding and acceptance,
Yeah, then it's not selfish. Yeah.
Right.
So basically, yeah. But if it's
But
selfish
y'all
love
are-
worth
y'all are,
having,
It depends on
deviating the question, the original question, and making a different point. What I'm saying is that a romantic love that you have for someone else, specific to a romantic love, is selfish because you don't technically need love to survive. It's a choice, right?
Yeah.
Can we agree on that?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I
so
can't
to
agree
be
on
in a romantic relationship with another person, some men want women with long hair, a nice
true.
butt, her chest, whatever the case may be. She has to look a certain way. She might have to do a certain job. Those things are your preferences. Your preferences.
Job, did you mean blow?
No.
Okay.
We really doing this? Right now?
What did you mean? What did you mean by job? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How about we talk about financial status?
Okay.
Jobs.
Job.
yeah, okay.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. I got two hats on tonight.
Love is not supposed to be selfish, and if you look up the definition in the Bible and on Google, it's different. Google is like, be sexual, be intimate, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, for real. But in the Bible, it's... You're funny.
Is it?
In the Bible, it speaks about being patient, being kind, being... there go my brother. That's right.
Fruit
That's-
of the spirit. There
That's
it is.
right.
Watch
Hello. It's not supposed to be It's not supposed to be selfish. But again, you feeling secure in what you bring to your relationship and what you're getting out of it, there's no need to feel like you have to be selfish or you want the person to you for anything because they're already yours. They're already yours. But if they're not yours, then that's a different topic. If they're not yours, then you need to not worry about what's going on. If you can't have one foot in a relationship, one foot out, unless you say, hey, okay, let's go ahead and add two people to our relationship. Cool, do that. Have a good time. Enjoy that.
The devil.
Amen. Yeah,
I ain't sharing nothing.
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. But just because you don't want to share your significant other, that does not mean it's selfish. It means we are here. We're in this. Why am I sharing you?
That was an example. It's not.
I'm selfish about my food. Hey, don't touch my
Don't
food. Now I'm
touch.
sharing my strawberries from
Can you
delicious
love- can you love food?
treats.
Can you love food?
Can you love food? What? I am food. I'm just
So-
joking. I'm sorry.
So if you can love food and you can be selfish about your food, how can you not be selfish about the person that you love?
You can.
It's
No one
different.
said that you can't. You can. But do you want a selfish love?
Are you disrespectful about it? Are you, no, you can't go nowhere. No, you can't do this. I don't want you because, and it's, again, if that person is making them feel like they're not worth the commitment when we already said we was committed, that's a different topic. It's a different story.
Ma, I need you to call in again and explain this to your daughter.
Mom, please.
No, she
Don't.
don't agree with his.
I think that she agreed with both. I think that she said that yes,
No,
love
she
can
didn't.
be selfish.
Look
Teach-
at you.
It
And
can
and
be.
Can be
Chris,
selfish.
Chris,
It is not
yo,
selfish.
Chris
It
is competitive
not
and he is selfish.
It can be.
Chris is selfish. You just said that on air. Yeah, she did not just say that on air.
I'm sorry.
Well, there also is different forms of love too. So would you call self-love selfish?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's self-love. Exactly. So, but he's specifically speaking on a romantic love. So I can understand both sides of this. I'm gonna say that.
No, it's my way or the highway.
Selfish.
Romantic love
He said so.
can be selfish.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be selfish.
Don't do me like that.
It
It's a week before my
absolutely
birthday.
But it comes with. It's not absolutely.
It is.
There's different.
It's not.
It's different types
Because-
of relationships.
Guys, understand that
It
I'm not
is
saying
different.
that,
Thank you,
that
Imani.
the
Relationship.
Wait,
entire...
wait,
different
Imani
types
is
of-
talking.
Sheesh.
Go ahead,
I'm
Imani.
just saying,
It's
it's
all day.
How
I
old are we?
haven't because this man would keep talking.
Just because y'all get louder don't make
Mister,
you
you
right.
still talking.
South
Love can be selfish, but it literally depends on the type of relationship that you have.
We moved the pendulum.
That no, you said a romantic
You
love,
did-
which
yeah,
is a relationship.
Yeah.
If two people are in a committed relationship and say, "Okay, I'm gonna commit to you, and you gonna commit to me," that's not selfish. That's a commitment. But if I'm gonna be committed to you and you're not gonna be committed to me, that's
I see where the misconception is.
I
here.
got to bring the.
What I was saying was not that the entirety of a romantic relationship is not selfish. I'm saying that love, when you want someone for you, that is a selfish thing. It
But if
is.
they want me, then it's not selfish.
Hold up, here it is. Here it is. I see where the misunderstanding is.
yeah.
But that's not love.
Uh-huh.
That's desire.
Hello.
That's desire.
Fire and
That's not love.
desire.
That is not love. That's desire. When you want something
I'm
for
gonna-
yourself,
And
like this
lust.
cupcake.
And can we
I
add
desire-
lust?
And it's lust
And
sometimes
you,
too.
yes.
Absolutely.
That's lust.
Well, yes. Well,
Can
yes.
I just
but
ask
I'm
you?
saying
Hold on,
you
hold on.
mainly
Is
thinking
anybody
about
at the table in a relationship here?
Nope. Not present.
halfway.
Nope.
Well, I'm a couple.
So
but-
I'm gonna just.
I'm in
Not
an
a committed
entanglement.
one.
Me too. Entanglement's
I'm in an
okay.
Not a
entanglement.
committed one.
Call it a
I'm in a
relationship.
Entanglement me.
Hold up. But with that, you asked the question. Are you in one?
No, I'm not. But I'm.
But
the
you
reason
seeming
why
pretty.
I-
You
I
seeming
gotta
pretty.
stand
He's
on.
seeming pretty adamant on what he's
What?
asking. So
Well,
we
I was
want to
just
know
hoping that one
who
of
you
us-
fighting for. Who you fighting for on Rum TV?
I always fight for me.
Oh! Are
You're
you selfish?
selfish.
What you selfish? You sound, you
All-
know, because you sounded like a
These-
crackhead
look,
right now.
He said it right. Chris is selfish. The woman I want her for me,
That's right.
and I say it loud and proud.
And
So-
you should be proud about
but,
that.
but let me explain it because y'all
You can be in the conversation.
continuously really not understanding what I'm saying. If you want to be in a relationship with somebody, how do you even get into a relationship with them if your mindset is not that I want this to be between me and you? Yes,
Everybody doesn't think like
entirety
that.
Of
That's an
the
agreement.
relationship is between two people. That's selfless. But your mindset to have that one person is selfish.
It's not
But
selfish.
You're
That's
talking
your
about a
preference.
one-sided relationship. Then you're not talking about a two-sided relationship because if we together,
It's
and we
a
say-
two-way street, baby.
right?
Let's-
it can't
let's-
be one
before
way.
we get to before we even make it a relationship. Let's
Before
start
we make it
here.
a relationship,
You are attracted to this person, correct?
you're attracted to the person.
okay,
Is that
that's not love though. That's just an attraction.
That's attraction. But he's
Hold
saying,
on, let me
okay,
finish, let me finish.
how
attraction.
y'all keep skipping the like?
Keep going, Chris.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Hawk. We making Hawk angry. Hawk,
Y'all is because I don't understand
We
why
know-
y'all don't get what I'm saying. Like when you find somebody, you're attracted to him.
Mm-hmm.
You want this guy to ask you out on a date, whatever the case may be. You waiting for him to ask you. You giving him all the signs. He ain't getting them.
Okay, Chris.
Why are you giving him those signs?
Because you
Please,
want to.
only Imani respond.
Go. Oh, excuse.
Well, I don't
Oh,
give me signs.
damn. Excuse us.
I wait for God to bring my man to me.
Ooh.
I don't
This
give
ain't
no
even the
signs.
conversation. to have
But I'm
with
just
you.
saying that
This
you
ain't
giving
even
me
the
the you
conversation
giving
to
me
have
the
with
question.
You
I'm
gave her
letting
the
you
floor.
know.
Hey.
I'm letting you know. Because if the God is going to bring the man to me, I'm not going to chase off of no man.
That's right. The men do the chasing.
That's not what I do.
Right.
So if
The
I'm
men don't chase, they
but
seek.
in
There's
the, in the
difference.
rare chance,
Chasing
but
and
let me finish.
seeking.
Let me finish. If in the rare chance that I do give these signs to some man that I do want to go on a date on with or whatever, then that's up to him. If he doesn't reciprocate that, then on to the next one. I'm not gonna keep going after somebody
At the
that
point where
doesn't
you
the
get to
signs.
the next one, the one that
Okay, Imani.
is
So
going to
okay, so the one that
reciprocate
you do want to further your friendship with, right?
Mhm.
The one you want to further your friendship with. Are he he's asking basically or saying like you're selfish because the person that you do choose, the person that has chased you and was seeking you, and you say, okay, you know what, this is the one.
So he's seeking me.
But you're not him. Imani is at the point
Hello.
where you want to take it to the next level. He already done everything that you asked, but you want to further that, right? He's saying you're selfish because you want to be with this man and you don't want him to be with nobody else.
No, that's not.
That
I'm about to say because I don't even.
all right, Will,
I
that's
think
not the right question.
my name is Wilbur Nichols, by the way, everybody. So now y'all see me on the camera. I don't know if I'm on the camera or not.
we got
A little
cameras
bit.
on.
A little
I
bit,
am on the
little
camera. All right. The position that Chris is talking about is saying that the selfishness that he's saying is not in a bad way. It's like self-love. You know how you self-love yourself? So
Right.
I'm selfish in that way. I'm home. I want to
Right.
exercise by myself. That's
Absolutely.
me. You know, hey, now, what he's saying is that when you find that person that you want to be with, I'm focusing just on them. So I'm selfish in the fact that I want to be with just that one person.
Thank you, Wilbur.
But I'm being
That's
selfish
it.
with myself.
But
So
that's
I'm
not
being
selfish.
That's called.
We know what
no.
Chris was saying, but we're telling him he's wrong because that's not what love
But
is.
Your mother
I don't
already
think-
agreed with me.
Hold on.
No,
But that's not
He's
love.
not saying.
She-
I'm not saying that's love. What I'm saying is that from
But the
his
question
perspective,
was,
right? What is
that's-
love? Now,
is
if-
love selfish?
now to me, no, it's not.
Okay, Mr. Wilbur, thank you. So please don't ever come to this table and be on Chris' side.
Oh, Lord
we
Jesus.
not on Chris' side.
I'm the producer.
like
She
that.
talking to the producer like that. This is some carrying on. I the
you,
one that
man.
control the
No,
buttons
I
over
love
there.
you. I love
You
you.
know.
I love you. I'm just saying, don't agree with Chris.
No. But the thing about it, Chris is just saying. He's just saying, hey,
And I get it.
I'm
I get
selfish
it.
in that moment.
I get it. I
that's why I
understand.
want to be
Hold on.
with
I'm going to
nobody
trump
else.
you right here. Tease, when you get up in the morning and go to work, who do you do it for?
Who do I do it for? I do it for God.
I forgot.
I thought you were gonna say King.
What? You asked?
Who else you do it for?
I do it for King.
Who else you do it for?
Then I'm last, but I'm not first.
Okay. So we're gonna skip all the line of people that you do that for.
No, we
okay?
can't do that.
No,
Because you asked me.
Listen.
You
There's,
can't.
there's more people than
Chris
King
always want to
and
be right,
Cortez.
y'all. Hey, Keith, what's up, bro? Yo, let your brother know after this show he didn't mess
Keith
up.
watching?
Maybe. We just got to give it up. Hey, Keith. I'll send you the link after the
I'm gonna tell
show.
Keith and Kamari to watch.
That's right.
but understand this. So we're gonna leave it at you and King. Okay. So
Oh my
you get
gosh,
up in the morning
Chris.
and go to work for King, right? You want King to be healthy and happy and successful, right?
Okay.
When King does something good and you want to reward him, you're a proud mom, right?
Of course.
Is that selfish?
Is it selfish to
Yeah.
be proud
Is
of
it-
my son?
To be a proud mom.
I'm not a proud mom. I'm proud of my son. There's a difference. I could be a proud mom and be like, oh,
Nigga,
I'm
what?
this, I'm that.
Wait,
I don't get Chris. I don't know where
you
you're going.
You
at,
just
but
went off the.
yeah, I
off
don't
the
know.
list.
Well,
Thank
bless your heart,
you.
though.
It's a bad example.
Thank
It's a
you.
bad
Listen,
example. That was a bad. You need to get it. But that's all right. At least you know
it's
a bad
It's a
example.
bad example, everybody.
Yeah,
That's a bad
yeah,
example.
yeah.
Well,
But love. Once again, but love is not selfish.
all right, y'all.
And-
Look, we need another question. Oh, no, honey, you finish.
let me just go ahead and just. I'm just last thing I'm gonna say on that.
Mm-hmm.
How can two walk together unless
agree.
they be agreed?
They can't.
They can. Which means if you journey on anything without having an agreement first, you're going to conflict with each other. So if you enter into a marriage without agreeing on everything, family, finances, sex even,
Woo!
if you don't have an agreement,
Hot top.
y'all going to bump heads. But when there is agreement, you can travel far.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
That's why a lot of
appreciate
divorces
that.
happen because there wasn't an
There was no
agreement.
agreement.
Exactly.
It was from the beginning.
Oh,
They
no, it
thought
was
they
an
agreed.
agreement.
It was an agreement,
but
somebody
There was
had
no
another
understanding
danger.
of an
Oh,
agreement.
wait a minute. It was an
No, there was
agreement and it was an
agreement.
understanding, but the other person decided, hey, when I'm done with this agreement, when I'm ready to get it annulled, I'm going to go do whatever I want to do instead of coming back to you and saying, hey, let's put this agreement back on the table. Let's revise what we initially brought here, okay? So, yeah.
All right, it's your show. It's your show.
What's the next question?
What's the next? Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, Chris. You got another question for us?
No, I'm going to resign for the
Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Off air conversation.
Off air. He gonna talk after the show. We can talk after the show.
And we haven't heard from you. Your question.
My question.
Yeah.
That's what he just said. He just said what he wanted to say.
That's
Hey.
But he's eating on the
Can
show.
you-
That
can
is
you-
so wonderful.
Can you love
I
This
am
is
me
so
too.
organic.
I
Y'all
think
just this is
Oh, we
organic
having a
for
good
real.
time, y'all.
Y'all
We
just
celebrating
eating it,
my
just-
life, okay?
Just eating everything.
Let's
Just
celebrate
taking
our
a good
It's
time.
a good time.
Can you be in love with two people?
And I like that question too. I said we're gonna come back to it, so we got a few more minutes. Let's go ahead and
Y'all
answer
good?
that.
Go ahead.
Let's go ahead and answer this. Can you be in love with two people at one time? Chris already know how I feel about this, so I'm gonna let somebody else go ahead and take the floor.
Money.
Say some of the money.
I know what she gonna say.
Say something to money.
Can you be in love with two people at the same time? It would depend on the type of love, to me. Because you can be in an emotional relationship with somebody and feel like you're in love with them, and then you can have a physical relationship with somebody and feel like you're in love with them.
You got deep.
So, in that case, you could be in love with two people. Do I believe that you
should be
you
in love
should
with
be?
two people?
No.
See, I
So
got a challenge.
What kind of?
She's on.
She's on the right page. So you were just throwing it out there. Not it's sexual or romantic. It's either one or the other.
You just wanted to know.
Okay.
Oh, Christopher.
For that, I would say you have to stay within the same type of love
Exactly.
in order to say, can you be in love with two people?
Exactly.
And that's the real
Because it's
challenge.
easy to be in love with
That's the
your son
real
and be in love
challenge.
with your husband.
Right.
It's two different loves. But
But we talking about romantic.
let's stay
You
into
talking about
well,
romantic
romantic
love.
and
That's what
So-
he's talking about. Romantic.
And-
yeah.
And the reason I say I got to challenge you is because you said you can feel like you're in love. You can feel like you're in love. You want to stay away from feelings. Always. You always
Where
want
are
to
you?
have a conscious, sober decision. I love this person. Now, is it possible to fall in love with two people and like have resolve to be like, yeah, I love you. God damn it. Yeah,
I love
you.
her too.
Yes, it is. It's
That's
very
true.
possible. Is it safe?
No, it's not.
I wouldn't
No, it's
advise
not
it.
safe.
Brother, I would not advise it.
No,
I
it's
would
not. It's not safe.
Do y'all hear
Especially
that,
not admitting
fellas?
it.
Whoa, Tease, we want to hear how you feel about it.
Chris, you already know how I feel about it, but
Come on, let's let them.
I don't know.
my answer is no.
You don't think you can be in love with two people?
Explain to us why you cannot be in love with two people. And let me just hate
How
with
can a
this.
person give their all to two people?
So,
How can you when you
I
in
used
love
to
when you
agree.
in love when
Give
you
it
in
all to-
love
You talking about that type?
oh when you in love I ain't got time to be
For
giving
the
to
other
this
kid.
person to be giving to this nah all that. What's the relationship called when you in there with multiple people? The
Polygamy.
entanglement
Polygamy.
village. I ain't with
Polygamy.
I ain't with none of that. No, I don't. It's not in me. I'm for one person only, and I expect for that person to feel the same. You know, so no, I cannot love two people at one time.
So Cortez can, but it is possible.
Yeah.
It is possible.
And
It's
I
a
can't speak for
possible
everybody
thing.
else. I'm
It is
speaking for
possible.
Cortez, the one and only.
Right.
It is possible
It's
because I guess being older than the rest of y'all,
It's dangerous too.
it is very dangerous. But then that's where the choice comes because when you love somebody, I am coming from the standpoint. Sometimes I don't feel like I love you, but because of my agreement,
There it is, Doc.
then I still love that person.
Wait a minute.
Because
Well,
it's
how you
more
not
than-
feel like
Yeah, it
you
is.
love?
Because let me
how
say
you
this.
not?
Let me say this.
It's very
When you're in a
possible.
relationship, there are some times where your kid may do something and you don't love them at that moment and at that
Whoa,
time.
whoa,
Like
whoa,
them.
whoa.
I would say like.
I-
Well,
Exa-
what
like-
what I'm saying is that you don't like what they did. Let me
Yes.
put them like
Right, right.
okay,
And I see
okay.
that, but
You
love,
can furious at
love
that
is not a
child.
light
No,
switch.
no. It's not a life switch. But what I'm saying is this. It does have something to do with that when you're in something and the person that you love, because you might be angry and mad at them. You're not in love in that moment.
Yeah.
You're not in love in that moment. But because of the agreement that I've said before God, that you're going to be the one and we're going to do this thing, I still love you.
Oh, you talking about
regardless.
marriage?
Because that's, well,
that's
it's
even if
you're
romantic.
not.
Even if you're not. Even if
if
you're
we
not.
not, you
I
can
mean,
be-
most of the things in that relationship, you don't love that person every time, every moment of the day. You just don't. Now, in the beginning of it, you may do.
In the
Hallelujah.
honeymoon
Bless
stage.
his name.
Okay, so
You know, but
this
after
brings me to
all
my
that
next question.
F is gone.
So is love conditional? I'm gonna love you with limits. Is that what we doing?
No.
Okay.
Because there is no limit. But there's not
it-
every moment in every time of the day. There may be moments
Then it's
that
limits.
I'm not. No, that's
It's-
not a limit.
Okay.
Because I still love you. I still
but
love
you didn't say
I
that.
love
You
you,
said
but I
it's
hate
different
you.
times.
No, what I'm saying, every moment of the day, I'm not in that mode.
You're
But
not in the
because
mode
of
to
the
be
gr-
what, mushy and lovey dovey? Because I
No,
want
everybody.
I want to be
Sometimes you
mushy
got
and
to go
lovey
to
dovey
sleep.
all day. I don't
Right.
want to do that. But at the same time, even though I'm mad at you, even though we had an argument or a fuss and fight, I'm still love you. I may not want to be around. I may not want to do all that right
That's
now.
what
That's
saying.
what I'm
That's
saying,
what he's
Cortez.
saying. No one's saying that
Cortez.
He called me
love
y'all.
them.
He called me
Cortez.
Quartet.
I'm the
Y'all,
producer.
let's
I can do
doing
that.
that too.
let's address the
Cortez,
elephant in the
don't
room.
do West Elephant. I've been doing it since you've been coming here, and it's been forever. You said, "Well, it's still what it is." I said, I have to think of it. See, when I say a name, I have to think of a father. So that's why.
Cortez.
Cortez,
the
like Corey
one and
Cortez.
only.
But that's what he's saying.
But that's what I'm saying, Cortez.
Okay.
Because the whole idea is that.
We just gotta word it right. That's all. I'm really big. On
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to me.
But I get what you're saying.
But see, that is the issue that we're dealing with, because see, you're a woman
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a man.
There it
So that
is.
means when I'm saying something, you're taking it
I
a
don't
different,
understand.
totally different way.
Okay.
And so now what we have to do
Okay,
is come
so why are
to
you
agreement.
yelling at me?
No. He's
Am
not
I yelling?
No.
Am I
Because
yelling?
she's
Hold
a
on.
woman
He was
and you're a
yelling
man.
at me.
And she's
He
taking
was
a certain,
yelling
and she's
at
taking a
me.
certain
It was
way.
the tone.
When a
It
man
was the
speaks in a
tone.
certain
It
tone,
was
it's a
the
decree.
tone.
It does not mean
Exactly.
that
It
he's
was
yelling.
the
It was
tone.
up.
It was the tone.
But it was
was a
up
tone.
there,
It was a tone.
and
It was
I
like
felt
tell you
like
something.
You
I felt like my back was against the wall.
You was not yelling,
My back
Doc.
was against the
You
wall.
was talking. And you had a
Look,
decree to get out your
he-
belly.
Decree.
He talked her right into that corner. She said, "Oh no."
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, Chris, and you of all people know I don't like that, right?
She don't.
But the thing about
lie
it, that's
to
the
you,
difference, because you have to understand that I'm not yelling. I'm
That's-
just talking.
That's right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hulk, calm down.
You know, because it's about the agreement. Okay, yes, you may be more timid, and I may be more verbose, you know, just just aggressive. And that's where the agreement comes in, that we have to understand each other to be in a relationship
And
to
that's
go
before
to
we
the
be in a
next level.
relationship. We need to be in this agreement before we even decide to
Right.
be in a relationship.
Right.
You understand how I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna need you to understand that I'm not
I don't
saying
mind
what you
doing
did.
that.
Like-
Right. Because, see, now, and I dealt with this on the show yesterday, now we're dealing with the fact of that you're dealing with what previous cats did.
Okay,
There it
look,
is.
I just want to
Soul
answer a question
ties.
really quick.
Yeah. Be strong.
Passion. Who is it? Passion and see, because you had to say that last thing, I forgot.
If you lost, it wasn't a good point. So
No, it really was.
Passion.
Yes.
Fruit.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Lord have mercy.
Awesome.
Hey, this is Rum TV for real.
Yeah. Oh, we need to do a Rum TV after dark. Ooh, that
That's
would be.
fine.
We should do
Just
that.
That
long-
would be
just long as
so
y'all
good.
Let me know. You
No,
know.
we would. Ooh, we have to make that a 2-hour show. You know,
That's
the Dawn
fine.
After
That's
Black.
fine.
Yeah, we can do
That's
that. When you want to start it next week?
Oh, look at you! Oh,
I gotta work
iHeartRadio
next
picking
week.
me up.
We gotta work
Yeah,
next week.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, but I'm
we go
here.
next
We're
week.
gonna.
I'm here.
Okay.
Plans on
But-
air. Plans on air. Okay.
Hey,
That's
Let-
half-
let us
hey,
know.
stick with
The
the
cameras
show.
go off
Just
discussion.
to let you know, we real over here at Rum TV, okay?
This is
Not
really
scripted.
organic.
It's not scripted
At all.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm looking at that Lunchable, and I'm really hungry now.
Oh,
I got
man.
one just
He got not a Lunchable.
We got one just for you.
Oh, passion and aggression. Oh my
Let-
gosh.
Let's jump
Passion and aggression. Oh my gosh.
Let's speak on it. Come on.
Oh,
What was the question?
Passion and aggression.
Unpack it. We got a couple.
I got-
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Darnell, you go
Darnell.
first.
I go first. I do have passion and aggression. Like, you might not see it now, or if I get, no, you might not see it now.
Yeah, because you so laid back.
He
I-
is so laid back.
I am so laid back.
Ladies, he is laid back.
but- yeah, yeah, just for now. But I speak with passion. I'll just say that you might perceive it through like text if you don't actually like know me. you like, I'm passionate about the things that I talk about, but it might come off as, and I say it in a stern way because I'm blunt, and people may see it as, oh, he's being aggressive, or, he's being like forceful with what he says. And if you really think about it, this is just how I talk. Like, I talk in a stern, maybe a forceful way sometimes. And, you can tell when I'm passionate about something because my voice will, this is what the way he was.
It'll rise.
Yeah.
That's how I be feeling.
Way, yeah.
That's how I be feeling.
So, yeah, passion and aggression, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a neutral thing. So when people are passionate about, like, subjects that they want to speak about, and they may not necessarily have, like, the capability to articulate it, but what they're talking about, it may come off as, like, super emotional, super aggressive, things like that. And then people have to find a way to be balanced.
They gotta know how to express themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How you feel about it, Chris? Still starting over here.
I don't even know how to unpack
Passion
this thing. I got,
and
Everybody's having a
aggression.
good time with
Have
this
a-
Lunchable. I don't know if anybody else can see Will.
Yo, you can't see Will. He off
He-
camera. Yo, he
listen.
tearing that lunchable. Ah!
You done bless his soul.
Hold up.
tonight.
You know we go out to
Yes,
dinner
you
after
did.
every show. So
He-
you
Well,
Well,
y'all
want
can
to
go out to
come.
dinner. I
Look.
can't go out to dinner with
Oh,
y'all.
we go out to
Lord,
dinner
I know
after
y'all
every
going
show.
He's
Bless
eating
your
it
heart.
with passion and aggression.
Oh, he. Yo, I can't stand Chris.
Oh my God!
No,
yes,
no,
I
no,
am.
no. Listen.
Oh my goodness! I heard Will but start. I'm gonna put this ham on
Can
this
y'all
cheddar.
Look.
My
Go ahead,
God.
Antoine. It's your turn.
I was like, wait.
We're gonna skip me for this.
No, you already got our attention. You already had told Aunt no. So what's up? What you want to know, Christopher?
What's the question? I told y'all she had too many drinks now.
Not enough, actually.
Oh.
But go ahead.
What's the question?
You supposed to ask one.
I was supposed to ask a question.
No, the question was about passion and
Yeah,
Oh,
passion
passion aggression? Man, you late. What's up? What's going on?
What is the question? What is it? Do I have
Your
it?
elaboration on it, basically.
Do they go hand in hand? You think they're the same?
Okay.
What's the difference?
Not always. It can be, but not always. Everybody does not express their passion the same way.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are passionate about things and they do become aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also people who are passionate about things and they're extremely peaceful and
Passive.
Oh, passive. Oh.
yeah, actually, you know what they can be, honestly. In fact, there's people who we had this talk on the last show, and Darnell was telling us about meditating and how there's multiple ways you can do that. There are people who are passionate about enormous amounts of things. So use art for an example.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're passionate about it, you ain't necessarily being aggressive when you are painting on the canvas. So to me, no, it's not the same thing. You can do it. You can express it in a multitude of ways. Passion and aggression are different.
All right, I got another question. Look, Mr. Wolf, I know you want to kick us out, but you know my show
No,
is
we
lit.
Go ahead.
You know my show lit. You know my show is lit, and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Jeez.
Chris,
Yes, ma'am.
Antoine, Darnell, Mr. Wilbur, Imani, and I, and all the ladies out there would like to know, why aren't guys okay with? Oh no!
Give me that neck. Just like,
I felt attacked. Which is why I froze.
Why aren't guys okay with what they dish out to women?
Meaning what?
Be
Because that sounds
specific.
Yeah.
be specific.
Okay, I'm glad all of you guys attacked me and asked that.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Mr. Will, you know I love you.
Oh,
We-
Lord
we-
Jesus.
I
Now
love
you
you.
switched that up. Now she just did that. Go ahead.
Ow.
We attacked her. She
Okay.
just attacked us with this
Chris,
crazy question.
listen. You can't listen if you're talking, baby. So,
This question is so selfish.
Ain't it?
because
I
guys
feel it.
are selfish. Okay, so let's just
Go
say
ahead.
that
Guys are
a man,
selfish?
yes, guys are. A man
Passion,
cheats. Exactly.
Humans are selfish.
A guy cheats on his lady.
Okay.
She forgives him. She stays. But when she cheats,
Hell no.
he's out. Why? But why? And you know, we already know. We already know that's how y'all feel. We already know that. But why? I would like for you guys to elaborate. Please don't talk over each other because I need to hear crystal clear, and so does the ladies out there. All right, America.
I'll be the last one because I'm the oldest.
I'm about to say, I'd rather you be
He
the
always-
spokesman for us all, Doc.
He got to go first, and he trying to go last. You see that?
No,
You
we
don't
gonna
want me
make
to
you
know.
go first.
Because y'all younger than me.
But
so
that-
y'all difference will be different.
But
than
we
what I
tell
will.
you all the time that age is nothing but a number. And if you got that knowledge, speak
Who
it.
vote on
That's a
Mr.
lie.
Wilbur going first?
I know the answer.
Look, if you got that knowledge,
It's
speak it.
3-1.
If you got the knowledge, speak
Let's
it.
hear it.
So what you're saying is that when the man cheats, the woman forgives him, but when the woman cheats, the man doesn't.
He
forgive
out.
her.
He want the
He's out.
kids too, and he want alimony, child support. He want the house. He want the car. He want all the
Well,
stuff that's in the cabinets.
Let,
He
let
want
me,
it.
let me go to the
I'ma say
spiritual
to the
side
Bible.
of this.
Yeah, there it is, Doc.
Because women are receivers, men are givers.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay, and so once you enter into a sexual relationship, unless I'm just going deeper than what you just said.
No,
but
please
it's-
go
it's
deeper
it's
than
gonna
what you
go-
just-
it's
yeah,
gonna go
let's go.
right the way you want it.
Because I'm ready.
It's you're bringing all of your emotions, your soul, and your physicality to everything.
And before you lied, you just said you couldn't be in love with two people.
Okay,
Wait a
so
minute,
that's
wait,
but
three.
that's-
That's three.
but
No,
no,
every
no, no.
woman not
that's-
like
I'm
that,
I'm just saying this.
Every woman I like that.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish.
So, because of the fact of when the woman goes out, when the woman, and even if you look back in the Bible days, the woman was treated more harshly than the man was. If the woman cheated, what did they do? They stoned her.
Killer.
They would kill her. So now we're talking about generation stuff that goes on that's just between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
From the spiritual side, just from the spiritual side. Now here we are in this generation where most of the stuff, and I even go further to this, is that when, and I'll take this example, just say child support. We already know that women get the deal.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be, it could be the guy could be a good guy, whatever. She gets the deal, and the dude could have did everything right because the government is really dealing with him because of the forefathers and what they did. Now, because of what women and right now the times have changed. More women are cheating than men are, or they're becoming the man, and you have more men becoming the woman. Okay, now that's a whole nother story.
That's a topic, Doc.
But I'm listening,
Okay.
I'm still just trying to understand that.
I'm gonna get there.
Oh.
We all right. It all comes together.
Oh, I'm
now
I'm here. I'm
because of the fact of that roles have changed now. More men are being more responsible, and so that means they become because think about the generation where most of us that are in this room has been raised by women, maybe single women. So we took on the characteristics of the woman. So when we get in, not saying we want to be a woman, that has nothing to do with it. It's just we seen the woman.
You seen,
We
exactly.
seen it.
And you picked up the
Okay,
manual.
and
Right.
you picked up the everything that the
Characteristics.
woman was going through, and we seen the father was not being responsible. Now here we older trying to have a relationship with a woman
As a woman.
from kinda, but not all the way. But I got you with the idea because our mothers raised us. Now, if the woman cheats on us, the man automatically retreats because he's a giver. He put it this way, and I'll go this way, just with divorce. Most of the time, when you go through divorce, the man loses everything, the woman gets everything.
I rebuke the devil.
She gained.
Okay, so it's harder for a man to get back in if the woman, especially if she's cheated, you know she's done wrong and all that, but they get everything. This is just society. Society is great. This is nothing new. But the man dealing with what we have dealt with for generations from seeing our father do what they do, seeing how they treated women, if you're seeing that. But then it could be on the flip side where we're seeing the more stronger women being in the role of a man.
I get that.
So
Okay.
it's
So if the woman cheats and the man is taking a position of what his mother, he's like in the mother mode, because now he's thinking like, Dad, I'm doing all this for you, because now where you're coming from the standpoint that all men cheat. Whereas
I'm
though,
not coming from a standpoint all men cheat.
But you putting it at a point that's saying, okay, well, what is it that the man, when he cheats, is all right, but then when the woman cheats, then the man want to say, you my woman, that's because of what we have saw in society. But that has flipped now.
But I'm confused because you said that the woman, it was flipped. It was like she was taking the role as the man, right?
Because she did everything.
But you're
because
you
we grew up
see
like
her.
that. We grew up like that.
Okay,
We grew
so
up in a
is the woman
situation.
supposed to act like a man, or is she supposed to leave when she's been cheated on? You supposed to stay, or are you supposed to? Because I need to know exactly what is it that you're mimicking. What is it that you're?
What am I saying? Most women are going to stay. But now the roles have changed where most women are not going to take that, because now society has changed. Y'all are growing up differently than the way I grew up.
So are you saying guys are not accepting the woman cheating because the woman is not cheating now?
Say that again? You just flipped it. You just
No,
said it
he's
so
saying
quick.
it's a generational thing.
It's a generational thing.
right?
Because
But you
things
said,
have... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Because things have changed.
Society.
Society has changed now. It's not like it was 30-something years ago, 40 years ago when I was... And my father paid $8 for child support. Now, when I get on child support, I'm paying 2,500 times more than that. Okay? But I wasn't the one that was wrong. But because she was, I stayed because of what my mother taught me. See, if you grew up in a society where the mother became the moral person to tell you how to do it right, you take on those mannerisms.
So you
It's
as
her
the man,
character,
so you as
Let me
the
say her
man is
character.
taking on your mom's character.
Not
Right?
her mannerisms, not her.
You taking
stuff.
on right. So you taking on, you mimicking what she done when you was a child,
Right.
right? So I'm not talking about you in particular,
No,
but
no.
did she stay with your dad when he cheated or no?
No,
I need
she
to know.
left.
She left.
Because it took
So-
her
so
years
now
to do
you
that,
leave.
though. She took her years to do that, though. It took my mother years
Okay.
to do that. It took till my brother was born. See what I'm saying? It's 6 years difference between me and my brother.
Okay, so I see now that you just getting personal. You getting deep. So
Yeah, but see,
I
but
need to
that's-
know exactly, like, what we were. Okay.
No, but I'm
Okay.
just telling you.
Yeah, okay.
But because it's such a difference. And from what I was growing up to what y'all was growing up. Because, see, by the time y'all was coming up, most of the time, I don't think the fathers was there.
Can
Okay,
I-
all right,
can I-
Mr.
Go ahead,
Wilbur.
go
Let
ahead.
me
Can I
hear.
interrupt?
Let me hear
You
you.
should.
first.
We actually
interrupted.
gonna put you back on because you actually got more personal with your response than the question that she asked.
This
It
is
was-
so true.
So she's asking, why are men leaving when women cheat, but want women to stay when we cheat?
Ain't no answer to that.
Oh, I need
She
you
didn't
to,
say it like that.
Mr.
She didn't
Wilbur.
say it
I
like
need you
that.
to get
That's
back
what she
over there
said
and hit
like
on
that.
that
That's what
dance.
she asked. That's what she
See what I'm
asked.
saying?
That's what I
See, this
asked.
is the difference
Oh, that's
between
what
a
I
man and a
asked.
woman.
That's what I asked. That's what I,
But-
Mr. Wilbur.
So go ahead.
But it was a different way. Now I
We
understand.
want to
It-
hear.
They heard it.
I knew what she was asking from jump.
Okay, we
Yeah.
we heard it. We just gonna say we.
But see, that's why
Shout
they
out
should've
to
went for-
Alyssa, y'all.
know
She
what you
made
was saying.
these
But
chocolate
that's
covered
what I'm
strawberries.
saying
They
is
so
that
good, y'all.
it's
Check
so,
her out
it's
on
so a
Instagram.
difference of where we going
sorry,
at with
yeah.
because y'all may have grew up with two parents in the house. I grew up with a single mother. So when my father did what he did, my mother said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm tired." Now the games have changed, where most of the time the guys are staying, are trying to make it work.
You think so?
I really do. I think y'all generation
They
and let me
So-
say
so-
I think, and I'm gonna say this, and no pun intended, and I'm gonna say this, and because I'm gonna say the generation the generation like my son generation. That's the generation under y'all. My cousin said this. He said that y'all smarter, but y'all not as stronger.
Okay, let me.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all stronger, but y'all not as strong. What me and your father and your uncle went through on the streets is different than what y'all went through on the
I
streets.
see what you're saying. That's true.
It's totally different. And y'all have more access to knowledge.
Yeah.
We had encyclopedias. Y'all got a phone where you can just look up anything at any time, any moment.
Yo, don't eat that.
I'm not.
Yeah, a fly
I
just
saw
grew
it.
in
I
there.
saw it.
Yeah. Was that a fly?
It's
a
a
fruit
net.
fly.
A fruit fly?
Yeah.
Y'all
me-
put in fruit flies in. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he
Let me-
didn't, y'all.
let me-
No, he didn't say that.
Let me
I'm
intervene.
eating.
in
Go
this
ahead,
one.
intervene.
So,
Go ahead. You should have went first, but go ahead. Scared.
Oh no, I'm not scared.
I should have said it and you would have went first. Go ahead.
No, I actually
ahead,
thought
go
you was going to take it home for us so we wouldn't have to
No,
speak.
no, I'm not.
That's
not.
what I was anticipating.
No, negative.
Okay, so T's question, let's remind everybody. So she asked, why is it that when women cheat, men are inclined to leave the relationship, but when men cheat, the expectation is that a woman will forgive and stay. And my opinion, I feel like if a man is gonna cheat, and a woman is gonna stay, you're only enabling him at that point if the consequence is not for you to leave. As a man, if a woman allowed me to do it once, in my head I think she's gonna allow me to do it again. So
But why is the guy there? Because at this point you don't love her, you don't care about her. So why are you there? Don't stay there if you just want to cheat because
That
you
ain't
know
true.
she. You know what I'm saying?
No, I said that ain't true.
if a man is getting something from you that he feels like he needs, and you're enabling him to get something else from someone else, again, you're enabling him to do so. So it's not so much that he does not love you
It's
the
a
way you
double
want to
That's
be
what I'm saying.
loved.
Then
It
he's
is
not there
absolutely a
then.
double standard.
Then he's
it's
not
selfish.
there. He's not committed. He's not committed.
He's not, but
He's not committed. So why is he there?
because you're giving him something that he needs.
So he's just gonna okay.
Abuse it.
So the reason why he would not stay if you were doing it is because he understands that if he did it, the fear is that you would leave. You would take from him what he needs from you. Does that make sense to you? It's like I said, it's a double standard.
For sure.
Let me flip it.
Go ahead, flip
Yeah,
it,
go
because I
ahead,
got
flip
this
it.
last comment I want to say.
see, that's
Let me
why
flip
I
it.
wanted him to go first.
Let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the 3 generations before us, there used to be a time where a man could have a family on the other side of
Another
town.
side
Mm-hmm.
family.
That's true.
Actually on the same block,
Mm-hmm.
couple streets down. Had
Long as
that
he took
woman,
care of the family.
had his wife, took care of both families. Their kids played together. Didn't know they was brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to the mic, bro.
Didn't know they was brothers and sisters. The wife didn't leave. As long as he taking care of this house, whatever. Because it was understood that a man's job was to provide. As long as he was providing, what you do outside those doors, as long as you keep bringing the money in here and taking care of this house and taking care of
That's
our
good.
kids,
That's generational.
it's generational.
And that
Now,
sucks.
let's fast
and that
forward.
sucks.
Well, but
Let's
what
fast
they
forward.
speaking on is a different time period, because at that time a woman was not as independent as our women are
Exactly.
today.
That's what I'm getting
And
to.
that's-
Y'all were
That's what I'm getting to.
reliant on a man's income, so he
There you
felt
go.
like
He
what
could
he
do
brought.
whatever.
He could do what he wanted to do.
Exactly.
He can
And
do
it's
whatever because he's doing his job.
Now, why won't a man accept it from a woman?
Uh-huh.
because you don't bring that to his table.
Chris, can Aunt talk?
Now you talking from a generational side, from that comment that you just said.
You are. But the reason
Because
why
the way
a man
you
won't,
grew up, right?
let's get a little deeper.
All right.
There is no model. There is no model for when a woman cheats in our society of a man staying. There's no model for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy for a woman to do it because we saw mama do it. We know grandma did it. We know auntie did it. Great auntie, cousin Elma, whatever the hell. But there is no model because it was not accepted for a
Generation.
woman to cheat on her husband. She was killed. She was stoned. I hope that's not Corona. Anyway. My
This
lip
man.
touched the mic.
We gonna spray it. We gonna spray it.
Spray
We
it.
spray everything in
Spray
here.
it.
Spray it. His lips touch the mic. We gonna
I
spray
was gonna
it.
say, it was not
Hold
okay.
on.
But it was not okay.
Okay.
So why is it okay for us to switch things? Like when we're talking about the Bible, we're talking about relationships, and we can say, okay, this happened back then, but this is the modern day. If this is the modern day, I'm still not understanding.
He gotta
No.
go.
And I'm gonna tell you what. Shut up. No, because I saw him sanitize when I came in.
I
Yes.
cannot, y'all. Y'all,
He was
this is
sanitized.
Rum TV, y'all. Check this out. Oh, go ahead.
The reason, and let's bring it all the way back to a bit because I'm always going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
When God told man,
Speaking to the mic, brother.
God told man
Uh-huh.
to love your wife. God told woman
Just
to
respect
obey
her.
your husband.
To respect.
To respect and
It's
obey. your husband.
respect.
It's the
Hold up,
Respect
hold up,
and
hold up,
obey.
hold up. He told y'all to respect and obey.
And you right.
It
and
was
you
nothing
right.
about love in that.
No, he told man. He told man
But
to
No,
obey.
he told man
here's the issue.
to love his wife.
Then we
But
gotta
he
get
never
into-
told
Like
the
Christ
woman
loved the church.
to love
because
the man.
But because
He just
it's
wanted
easy,
respect.
because it's easy for a woman to love her man.
It's men.
It's easy.
Men. We
It's
know
the
men
interpretation
thrive
of the
off
world.
of
God
respect.
Gave,
Oh,
here
we got
Men-
another
Oh, we got a caller. We
Yes,
got a
please,
caller.
please.
Let me go ahead.
Please.
Let me go ahead
Oh,
and finish
snap!
this.
He finished.
Let me go ahead and
Mama.
finish. It's easy. God gave each gender what was going to be harder for them to do.
Speaking to the mic.
It's easy for a man
Put it up.
to. It's hard for a man to love his woman at all times. It is. It's hard. Y'all make it hard. Y'all make it real difficult.
I don't agree
But
with
y'all
that.
should make it smooth.
I don't agree with that.
Y'all should make it smooth.
Right.
You gonna
But
get us all-
But here's the
Because
thing.
if we going biblical,
World, I
then
don't
that
agree with
means that
that.
the man is supposed to be the leader.
You
And
gonna
if you're
get us
not
all in
leading me,
trouble.
if you're not leading me, you're not guiding me to a place that's keeping me at
You just
peace
did it right
with
there.
what I'm
You
doing
just did it
for
right
you.
there. You just did it
What
right
I'm
there.
doing for you,
Okay.
then of course I'm going to raise some hell because that's what you're bringing me. And a woman multiplies everything that you give her.
Oh
so
yeah,
don't
woman is
you?
supposed to multiply. But here's the thing: you literally just did what you should not do.
Who?
You
What I do?
We're gonna add the
you
caller.
talked when the man was talking.
But you're not my man.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when it comes to a woman, what the woman was ordained to do was to respect and obey.
But are we talking about past times? Or are we talking about today?
Oh, no.
I think
The
our
word
caller is on the
living.
line. We got our
Living.
caller.
So it's
then I don't,
always.
then I don't
We
think
got
I
our
crossed the
caller.
line.
Can we greet our
Hi,
caller?
hi, you're on air with
Hi.
Cortese and the crew. How you doing?
I'm fine. How you
Who we
Lord.
speaking with?
Can we get a brother to call in?
talking about the generational stuff? But I have grown children,
All right.
and they are probably within your
Age range.
it's 35, and then I have one that's almost 30.
Okay.
And the one that's 30, the women that he's dating, they're like in their mid-20s.
Okay.
And the stuff that I'm seeing when it comes to what, like when you're talking about the man leaving the home, whether or not they stay, the women cheating, the stuff that I'm seeing now is, like he said, our people, our children, they are smarter, but they're weaker.
That's
They
right.
are.
That's
They're
right.
smarter, but they're not using it. They're not using it to their benefit. Because the stuff that I see that these women put up with for my son, and that's why I ain't telling my name. I don't want nobody to know who it is.
What's his name?
No, don't say his name. Don't say your name. He's not here to defend himself. We not at Rum
You don't
TV.
gotta
We
say-
don't
Mama
do
don't
that.
lie on her son.
We
Don't
know,
lie.
we know, Mama don't lie, but we want to show respect to everybody who we talk about here on Rum TV. But go ahead, Mama. You go ahead and finish. You got the
Put it in the
floor.
messages.
But the thing, because I don't have daughters,
Okay.
so a lot of the stuff I don't get.
Right.
But a lot of the stuff that I see them putting up with, or I'm gonna say putting up with from my son.
Okay.
I'm gonna say some of the stuff that they're putting up, but not only that, the things that they are willing to do to be with my son is so disturbing.
Right.
When I tell you he's an excellent father. My son, I knew he would be a good father, but he actually surprised me, and he was a great father. And he does have children by more than one woman.
All right.
And I'm going to tell you, these two women, they were actually willing to be in a relationship with each other to stay with my son.
Whoa, we got lemon
Oh,
lime
nice.
letters. Lemon lime letters done started.
Finesse.
Rewind that
So
back.
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not.
You know, so when you say the women are
Wait, she
smarter,
talking.
Or I'm sorry. That our generation, this generation coming up now, they're smarter. but they are so much weaker.
That's
Now-
right.
now-
They are so much weaker. You know so much more, and you hold on. The women are independent. We can get out in the workforce now, and we can make the money
That's right.
to maintain. I was a single parent, and I managed and took care of I was able to manage and take care of my home. At that time, I had 3 sons. But to see some of the stuff that I see them doing now,
Right.
just to keep a man.
Right.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second, please? Let me ask you something. So when you said
'cause I
that,
can hardly hear you. Go ahead.
okay, I'm sorry.
There
Can you
we
hear me
go,
now?
Chris. There we go, Chris.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
I can
so
hear you good enough.
I want to ask you: do you believe that the 2 women that are willing to be in a relationship with each other for your son, is that for them or is that for someone else?
For their own benefit?
I don't understand.
So a part of our show today, we were asking, is love selfish? So the fact that these women are willing to be with each other in a relationship with him, do you believe that's selfishly for them because they love him that much, or is that for the good of their entire family? What do you believe in that?
Oh no, it was for their own pure selfishness.
Thank you.
It was
Appreciate it.
clearly for their own pure selfishness because my son was.
That ain't
actually
love
like,
though.
That we not
You know
dead.
what?
That's not
Right,
love.
that's not love.
This
That-
is not me. This is not how. Because he has a son. And
Right.
He's like, I don't want to show this or teach this to my son that this is how things are supposed to go.
Right.
You know, I mean, but it's just that's the thing. I'm like, why is this generation? And I hate to say it, but I can only speak for a woman because I am a woman.
Right.
Preaching.
How is it our women are backpedaling so fast?
That's right. It's Satan. That's what it is. It's Satan, and it's the fact that Eve ate from that tree. So God, y'all don't want me to start preaching on Rum TV, y'all. Not tonight, not Freestyle Friday, y'all, because you're not about to ask no questions. Did you look? We about to go deep, okay? But we can't because the engineer telling us we gotta get off. We gotta get off. We gotta get off.
By each generation, I see it. It's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. I've seen women that are teaching their daughters the way to catch a man is with your body.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
that's
do that,
sad.
'cause guess what?
Yeah.
One
That's
day,
sad.
that body gonna be like me.
Mm-hmm.
51 and everything going south. What you gonna hold them with then?
Right. Exactly. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to wash up. You don't know how to wash the clothes. You don't know how to go to the. Hold up. They don't know the difference between lettuce and cabbage. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. And look, y'all laughing. That's a serious issue for some women. So don't even laugh too hard because when she can't cook you a good meal, you running back home to your mama, but you got a girl and you don't understand why. I mean,
I want to part. You know what?
living
She's
off
all right with me. As long as she
Yeah.
get the ham in the chest.
y'all crazy.
As long as my mama alive, I'm good.
And that's the problem. That's the problem with these mamas allowing their no good sons to run back home when they're in a relationship with a good woman. I'm gonna tell my son King, don't you dare bring your you know what home if you know you got a good woman. You're not allowed back here. No, you can't stay here overnight. No, you're not doing that when you got a good woman at home. Go back to her. Ask her for dinner. Ask her wash your
How
clothes.
you know she good?
Excuse me.
How do you know she a good woman?
A woman always
she
knows
still-
a
is she still
good
on?
woman.
I don't
So
know.
so
We
he
wanna-
gonna have a good woman. 'cause
We
he's a good
want
one.
to thank you for calling into
Thank
our
you
show.
so much, Mama, for calling in. Thank you for being on air with Cortese and the crew.
We appreciate you.
Oh, he feeling good. He's like, oh, she know me.
I don't believe that. Y'all
say
just
his
serving
name and
it
he'll know how to act. Okay. All right, listen, y'all. How y'all feel about today's show, Freestyle Friday?
I like it.
I like it.
Y'all like Freestyle Friday?
It was good.
On-
I don't know about
Hey,
all
hey,
that,
viewers,
though.
what's up, America? We just want to reach out to y'all. We just want to ask how y'all feel about Freestyle Friday. Please leave y'all comments. Share this video 1,000 times if you can. Y'all ain't doing nothing else better on Facebook. So go ahead and share Rum TV, y'all. We hope to see y'all next Friday for my birthday show, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We out.
Yeah.
I just, yeah, just you. I don't know what you have. I just,
You said what? Speaking to the mic.